Hi guys! Welcome sa part 3 ng ating discussion tungkol sa spoilage na nasa process costing. Part 3 is all about inspection point. Ang gagawin ko is we will solve the same problem as part 2. Pero sa part 2 kasi, ang inspection point ay nasa 100%. So ang gagawin lang natin, what if yung inspection point ay nasa ibang percentage? Ang pick natin dito is what if nasa 55% at nasa 20%. Mamaya makikita mo kung anong effect nun. So, it's exactly the same problem, but what if iba ang inspection point? So, let's solve it. Start units to account for. No change. No change. Para lang naman yan. Beginning and started will not change. So, beginning, started. And then, yan, 10,000. And then completed and ending. Completed 7 and 2. Yan. So, you'll have it at 9. So, may 1,000 ka na loss. The first effect ng change in inspection point is dito sa computation ng whole units, no? Sa units. In particular, dito sa portion ng normal and abnormal loss. That's the first change. Normal loss, in the absence of any other stipulation, is stated as a percentage of the good units that passed inspection. If 7,000 units pass inspection, then 700. If 5,000 units pass inspection, 500. So, it's a percentage of units that pass inspection. If the inspection point is at 100%, then ang pumasa lang sa inspection point is yung completed. Yung 7. That can change, no? It can change. Now, let's go for 20%. Alright? What if the inspection point is at 20%? Why will the company do that? First, there is an advantage in making your inspection point earlier. Kasi early pa lang, hindi mo pa binuhos lahat, nalaman mo na sira na siya. So, that's the good thing about that. Of course, on the accounting side, it makes it complicated. So, ayan. Let's look at how it affects. Kompleto ko lang muna dito sa taas yung completed. Segregate lang natin into beginning tsaka started and completed before we go to the spoilage. So, ito, may change yan dito. If you move the inspection point, then the number of units na dumaan sa inspection point ay iiba din. Diba? If the inspection point is at 100%, doon ang units na dumaan sa inspection point is only the completed units. But if you put the inspection point earlier, makaiba yung number. Makaiba yung number. Say for example, let's look at the 20% first. Which of this ay dumaan sa inspection point? So, hindi na yung 7,000 lang. First is yung ending. The ending inventory is currently at 50%. So, ito, pumasa na ba to sa inspection point? The answer is yes, because the inspection point is 20%. So, therefore, kasama siya sa count because it's 10% of the units that pass the inspection point. So, kasali to sa units na pass the inspection point. Next, yung completed. And we have to separate it into beginning and started and completed. Yung started and completed, dumaan ba sa inspection point? Ang sagot yan, yes. Kasi yung started and completed, it went all the way from 0 to 100. Dumaan ba yun sa 20? Yes. So, kasali siya sa mga, in terms of counting units na dumaan ng inspection point. Next, yung beginning na 1.5. Remember, start pa lang, nasa 60% na siya. Dumaan ba siya sa inspection point? You have to consider that this is only pertaining to the current period. So, dumaan ba siya sa inspection point in the current period? In the current period, it went from 60 to 100. Di ba? Kasi 60 na siya at the start. Dumaan siya sa 20, hindi na. Siguro last time, oo, pero ngayon hindi na. So, this 1.5 in the current period did not pass the inspection point. So really, in the current period, ang dumaan lang sa inspection point is itong 5.5, tsaka ito yung 2. That means that only 7,500 passed by the inspection point, past inspection, this period. Why is it important? Kasi normal spoilage is expressed as a percent of units which pass the point. So, because of that, the number of units that pass the point is 7,500 times 10% of that is normal, 750. Magbabago yung normal spoilage, magbabago yung abnormal spoilage. Okay? I hope you are able to get that. So, yan. Klaro natin na we're talking about 20% inspection point. Next, dito sa EUP. Anong effect dito sa EUP? Siyempre, there is an effect. May effect ang inspection. Inspection only really covers spoilage. So, it will affect the EUP, again, of the normal spoilage and the abnormal spoilage. The rest hindi. So, beginning, pareho lang. Ito, kompleto as to materials, kompleto as to conversion, kompleto as to materials, kompleto as to conversion. Ending working process is kompleto as to materials, 50% as to conversion. Nilagay ko yung percentage dito for convenience. Percentage completion. Now, here's another thing. The second effect, other than just the number ng normal spoilage, no? It will also affect EUP, second. Because, if you inspect early, then the effort is not 100%. Parang, if you inspect at 20%, 20% pa lang ang binuhos mong effort, saka pang nalaman, uy, sira na, buti nalaman ko early pa lang. So, the 750 units of normal spoilage was discovered at 20% completion. So, that means, they were 20% complete. Hanggang doon lang. Siyempre, hindi mo na itutuloy. Nalaman mo na nasira. So, it's only at 20% completion. Corresponding to the inspection point. As to that's of course as to conversion. As to materials, even if you discovered it at 20%, as to materials, kompleto na yun eh. So, talagang 750 yun. Pero as to conversion, 20% effort pa lang nalagay mo. Same for abnormal, na-discover siya at 20%. So, 20%. And then, complete as to materials. And there. And that. Day 2. Did I get everything probably right? Okay. Next. Giyan natin ng change. Before I proceed, change. What if 55%? Magbabago ba yan? Ito interesting yan. At 55%. So again, the point stands, you know. Let's try to do it at 55%. At 55%, lagay muna natin yung normal na lagi mong nilalagay, completed, ending, beginning, started. Okay. So, if you add it again, it's just 9,000 kulang. Normal spoilage is again expressed as 10% of the units that pass the inspection point. If you move the inspection point, then the number of units that pass the inspection point, magbabago din kasi you move the inspection point. So, what if the inspection point is at 55%? Then, titingnan natin dito. Ayan. Yung completed ba, again, you look at these three parts. Isagregate natin yung completed into two. So, looking at these three parts. Ilan dyan ang dumaan sa inspection point during the period? Ang ending, if the inspection point is at 55% and the ending inventory is at 50%, dumaan ba siya ng inspection point? Ang sagot, hindi. So, wala. Ang started and completed, dumaan ba sa inspection point? Yes. Kasi from 0 to 100, dumaan talaga ng 55. Ang 1,500, dumaan pa ng inspection point. For the period, it went from 60 to 100. The inspection point is at 55. Dumaan siya? Hindi. So, ang dumaan lang sa 55% is 55. And because normal spoilage is expressed as a percentage of those that pass the inspection, then that's 10% times 55. And the remaining is abnormal. And then, yun. Once again, the effect here. May effect yan dito, ang inspection point. At may effect dito. Copy lang natin yung iba. Pareho. At 2,000 and then 50% complete yung conversion. If, syempre, 55%, you detect it 55%, it was 55% complete when you discovered na sira. So, 55%. And then, syempre, tapon mo natin. Hindi mo na ito. Oops, may mali ako. As to materials, kompleto na. Kasi at the start. And EOP will change. So there. Those are the first two changes if you move the inspection point. Ayan. So that's at 55. Let's proceed downward, but I'll go back to my 20% example kasi that's more instructive. So if you would bear with me, go back tayo sa 20% example. Yeah. So at 20%. Once again, pag sa 20%, ito yung ating mga numbers. Inspection point at 20%. So, 20% lang din ang EOP kasi doon na-discover agad na sira. Tapos, 20% of 7.5. Ito. Yung beginning lang yung hindi dumaan ng inspection point. Cost data. What's the change in cost data pag nag-move ang inspection point? Ang sagot ay, wala. Hindi naman magbabago magkano ginastos mo. Same, no? Ito same. Yung EOP magbabago simply because nag-change yung EOP sa taas. So, mag-change yung cost per EOP. Naging 8.85 and 11.96 na siya. Yan. Next. What happens sa cost assignment? Meron ba tayong change sa cost assignment? Remember in the previous example that saan nga ba napupunta ang abnormal spoilage loss? Klaro talaga ang abnormal spoilage loss. Ang normal spoilage, sa previous example natin, pag 100%, always lahat ng normal spoilage ay mapapasok sa completed. Walang mapupunta sa ending. But if you move the inspection point, then some of that spoilage is attributable to ending inventory. Remember, if ending inventory is at 50%, inspection point is at 20%, ibig sabihin, part na ng ending inventory, may spoilage na yon kasi na-detect na yon at tinanggal na, even umabot pa ng 50%. So that means a portion of the spoilage might end up in ending. The rule is this. If the completion of ending inventory is beyond the inspection point, then magbigay tayo ng normal spoilage cost sa ending. If the inspection point is after the percentage of completion of ending inventory, then hindi tayo magbigay to ending. So, that's basically the rule. You have to compare the inspection point and the percentage ng ending. Pag lamang ang ending, ibig sabihin magbigay tayo ng normal loss. Pag later pa, pag lamang ang inspection point, ibig sabihin mamaya pa, no loss sa ending. I hope you got that. So, in this case na 20%, if the inspection point is at 20, tapos yung ending inventory is at 50, then part of the ending inventory has been spoiled already. And part of the normal spoilage of ito, na cost na ilalagay natin, will now partially go to ending. So, let's do that. First the normal things. No? Transferred out muna without the spoilage. That's 7,000 units times 20.81 is 145. And then we add part of the normal spoilage. The normal spoilage, if you count, is 7. Kailangan natin i-count ng isa-isa. The normal spoilage is, as to materials, 750 times 8.85 plus 150 times 11.96. 8,400 ang normal spoilage. Because nga na lamang na 20% ang inspection point, lamang ang ending inventory, part of this has to go to ending inventory. So, magre-ratio tayo. Remember, out of the 750, that came upon as a ratio between 5, 5, and 2. No? 5, i-ratio siya as to the number of units na pumasa ng inspection. Remember that ang pumasa sa inspection dito is just the started and completed na 5, 5, and the 2. So that's 7,500 na pumasa ng dumaan sa inspection. 10%, 750. Ratio natin, that ratio din. 5, 5, and 2. 5, 5 yung dumaan na from started and completed, 2 na dumaan sa inventory. So if you ratio that, that's 5, 5 over the 7, 5. Only 6,000 goes to transferred out. And next, ending. So, ang ending natin is usual. 2,000 materials times 8.85. 1,000 materials times 11.96. And a portion of the normal spoilage goes to, ibibigay natin kay ending inventory. So, before the spoilage yan, you have to present the spoilage separately. It's useful for manager to know ilan yung normal figure at ilan yung spoilage. The spoilage again, you recompute it as 750 times 885 plus 150 times ito. And part of it goes to ending on the basis of ilan? Out of the 7,500 na dumaan sa inspection point, 2,000 ang ending. So, 2,000 out of 7,500. Saan galing ng 7,500? Again, it's just 5, 5, and 2. Yung beginning, hindi dumaan sa inspection point kasi 60 to 100, 20 ang inspection point. So, okay? There, part of it goes there, and then add abnormal loss, subnormal loss. It's 250 units times this. Conversion is ito times ito. 2810. If you add all that, dapat babalance pa rin. So, that's how inspection points affect the cost of production report. 3 places. First, it will affect here in the whole units. Mag-affect siya ng count ng normal spoilage. Second, it will affect EUP. The earlier the inspection, the lower the EUP. Kasi nalaman mo early. And then lastly, it will affect cost assignment. How? Depende sa ending inventory. If the ending inventory is farther than the inspection point, then may ending inventory na spoiled. You give some normal spoilage to it. If the inspection point is farther than the ending inventory, there's no spoilage in the ending. Everything of the normal spoilage goes to transfer out. Ayan. So, it's a bit complicated. We might want to look at again at the 3 spoilage videos. This is probably the most difficult topic in process costing. So, practice lang. At some point, makuha mo na.